good morning. Welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. My name is Lysander Zamphis. Today is January 2nd, 2020. So today I'm going to be sharing with you today's astrology, numerology, and some other food for thought for your day ahead. To anyone to whom I haven't wished it so far, Happy New Year, and welcome to the next stage of your journey. I like to start each day with a little energy clearing and blessing. Can you hand me my bowl? Oh, sorry. And I will be using this selenite to send you peaceful, healing energy. I bless you, and I bless your day ahead. May you have a little more clarity today. May everyone be helpful, and may your path be clear. Be blessed. I also have here a little sandalwood incense. I'm going to wrap it around your energy. It will clear your energy a little, as well as impart wisdom to you. You could all always use a little more wisdom. Would you like me to snuff this?
No, it's fine.
Alright, so now I would like to share with you today's astrology. So the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are all in Capricorn. This is a time where the qualities of Capricorn are being highlighted, such as leadership, practicality, problem solving, self-sufficiency, and independence. So you're really being encouraged to become the leader of your own life at this time. And that when you do so, when you take charge and start making your own decisions about your life and deliberately choosing where it is you want to go, you will find that your life starts to transform around you, and opportunities that may not have been visible or present before will become so. So now is a good time to tap into that part of yourself, because it's really up to you. Part of what it means to be self-sufficient is doing for yourself and not waiting on other people or the situation to change. Mars is in Scorpio, connecting us deeply to our true feelings. And we can use this as a push of initiative to do what the planets in Capricorn are urging us towards, taking charge of our own lives. Venus is in Aquarius, so we may be feeling more independent, or our focus is on greater community rather than our one-on-one relationships or love life. And we may be seeking different ways of being with other people. The Moon and Neptune are in Pisces, so there is a deeper knowingness within ourselves that is rising to consciousness. So you may be more aware of your deeper feelings and intuitions at this time. You may also be having emotional or psychically inclined dreams. Finally, Uranus is in Taurus in retrograde. So this is a time of reassessing our comfort zones and our habits and deciding if we want those to root deeper within ourselves, or if we want to set and create new habits that we allow to become part of ourselves. So that is today's astrology. Next is the numerology of the day. Also, hello, good morning everyone. Today is a 2-day. A 2 vibration is sensitive and doesn't like conflict. I think of it as one of the nurturing numbers, and it's being kind of needy. I'm not sure where the white noise is coming from, as it's completely silent where I am.
The heater did just turn off, so...
Okay, I did have the heater on, but it shouldn't come back on. Sorry about that. Alright. The second. This is a 2-day. This day is about friendship, peace, and harmony. Try to spend it with a loved one. If there is someone that you truly care for, pick up the phone and make a plan. Send flowers to a friend just to make their day. Listen to music that makes you happy. Treat yourself to a massage. If you are fighting with someone, this is the day to come to an agreement. Avoid emotional vampires who are out to steal your joy. Give them your best smile and keep on moving. Bless them on their way. So that is the numerology of today. We are going to be moving into the crystal healing for today. And the crystal I have here is lapis lazuli. So it's this little tumble piece. I do also have a rosary made of lapis beads that I will be working with. Before we get started, I'd like to tell you a little bit about this crystal and give you a crystal tip of the day. This piece of lapis cost me 25 cents. And the reason is because I was digging through one of the crystal bins like you see at tourist shops, and it was one of the ones in there, and I asked how much it would be to buy just one crystal rather than the sacks, and they said that much. So they are usually at tourist shops, sometimes at museums, or what's it called, novelty stores or gift shops. And it's this bin of just tumbled crystal. Typically there's a lot of dyed stuff in there, but they provide little sacks, and you can buy a sack for a few dollars, and it's usually something fun for kids. But sometimes if you dig in, it's a good way to get cheap tumbled rock. 'Cause there's always the quartz varieties like amethyst, rose quartz, and quartz. And sometimes you find other things like this. If you like agate, there's agate in those bins for days. Alright, so now about lapis. Lapis is associated to qualities of inner truth, inner power, love, purification, intuition, positive magic, self-confidence, manifestation, and friendship. A stone of protection that may be worn to guard against psychic attacks, lapis lazuli quickly releases stress, bringing deep peace. It brings harmony and deep inner self-knowledge. It encourages self-awareness, allows self-expression, and reveals inner truth, providing qualities of honesty, compassion, and morality to the personality. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. It stimulates objectivity, clarity, and encourages creativity. It assists to confront and speaks one's truth and inspires confidence. It bonds relationships, aiding in expression of feelings and emotions. Alright. So if you would like to participate in this crystal healing, all you need to do is sit, relax, and allow yourself to receive the energy. This concludes the crystal healing with lapis lazuli. To answer the questions, there is no sound because I was not speaking. Let's take a moment to sit in the healing energy we just received. I need to stand up just for a moment. Sorry about that. Now we will be moving into the affirmation for today. So I'm going to say this affirmation to you a few times in first person and second person. And then we will say it together a few times. I think it's important to focus on the words rather than worrying about saying them, at least at first. So I will begin in just a moment. I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. You now discover how wonderful you are. You choose to love and enjoy yourself. You now discover how wonderful you are. You choose to love and enjoy yourself. Now let's say it together 3 times. I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. This affirmation comes from the book Heal Your Body by Louise Hay, and this affirmation is related to addictions. However, even if that is not something you are struggling with, it is a good affirmation nonetheless. So yes, that concludes the affirmation. It does show here on my equipment that the mic is working, so it must be something on your end, I'm afraid. Hello and good morning, everyone.
Morning, everyone.
We just concluded the affirmation for today. So now it is time for our card reading. I haven't had any of my tea yet, so I want a sip. Which deck today? I left Chicoli in the other room. I'm feeling psychic today. All right. Today's card reading comes to you from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and I'm going to be doing a reading for all of you, giving insight and guidance for your day ahead. Some of the reading may resonate with you, or all of it may. Thank you for the feedback, everyone. Not sure where all the extra noise is coming from. It is dead silent here.
It's just picking up the street and everything.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's like, at least to us sitting here, that sounds very distant. So let's see what the cards have to say to all of us today about the day ahead. Oh, great. We have 3 cards. I think we will start here. A winter fall noise. That's so strange. So I like to read the full entry for each card from the book, but I will also offer my own interpretation. So the first card is Prosperity Begins. This card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money-making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gains. This is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and more important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all forms will flow even more freely. I'm glad it's a relaxing background noise. All right. Maybe it's just because I have an extremely cheap mic and it's technological white noise. Alright, but the next card. This is a very positive reading also. The power of your soul is pushing and nudging you steadily forward. Whether you're setting new goals, developing ideas, or planning a journey, it's essential that it's carefully thought out. When you tap into your inner guidance and balance it with self-control, hard work, and perseverance, it's likely to manifest a triumphant outcome. It's time for you to be single-minded and focused on the end goal. Visualize the successful results as if it were happening right now. When you've achieved what you set out to do, your ability to meet other life challenges will be significantly increased. When you try to move forward without balance, direction, or guidance, it's easy to slip off your intended path and be drawn away from your desired goal. Now is not the time to let go or allow the river of life to pull you in its current, as you can so easily lose control. Grab your oars, grip them tightly, and steer carefully toward your highest aim or destination. The Triumph card reminds you that you don't have to be alone with all of life's ups and downs and the challenges that face you. This is a time to tap into the powerful knowledge of others as well as to use the inner resources that are within you. This is an important point. It's kind of what all the planets in Capricorn are encouraging us to do. So it is true, before I move on to the third card, it is true, the universe flows and unfolds, and it does carry us forward. However, we're all, think of it as like being on a track. We're all on a track in a direction. When what these cards are saying is that you must definitively decide for yourself in what direction you want to go, and decide for yourself what you want regardless of the circumstances, not deciding based on what you see around you that you want, but deciding and then moving in that direction. When you just go with whatever comes up, you will be blown about in the wind. So it's important to set a direction for yourself of some kind, and then you will be carried forward and the universe responds and things unfold towards the direction that you actually want rather than just chaotically. Firm foundation. This card denotes that you have already or are currently working toward establishing a solid foundation in the material world. Using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. The material power that's now around you can either be an advantage or disadvantage depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Remember to give back and prime the pump of prosperity, for true spiritual and material wealth is as much about giving as it is receiving. Seek proper investment advice and realize that you don't have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow. Of course, only give if it feels good to do so. Otherwise, it won't do much for you. All right. I feel like there's a lot of strength and firmness in this reading. Sorry, I hit the mic. Okay. So, I feel like it's three kind of separate thoughts that are kind of joined together. It's talking about how prosperity is ahead for us, and if that we are headed towards triumph, but it is very important for us to decide our course for ourselves and to take a firm hand in leading ourselves in our own lives, and to know the importance of foundation. You need to build the foundation of this life that you want for yourself, especially in the material sense. You have to make sure that whatever is at the foundation of you proceeding forward is strong enough to support what you create from here on out. And again, my suggestion for beginning that foundation is making a firm decision for yourself. It doesn't have to be a specific goal. Just more think of it as a kind of end state of being and life circumstance that you're after as a whole. So the feeling you have, like feeling secure and safe and like you have everything that you need and more. It's easy for you to look after the people you love. There's fun and adventure or whatever else, and whatever you can decide on specific forms you want that to take, or just seek that kind of total end result, if you know what I mean. So you just need to decide that that's what you want for yourself, and to feel like you have a right to it. So those are those cards. Welcome everybody joining in. Today's an excellent day for a vision board, I think. Especially focusing on those feelings. Today's a 2 day, which is kind of a very feely kind of day. and focusing on those things that really tend to matter to us in life. How you want home to be, your ideas about home, and how you want your relations with the people you care about and love today. Donna asks, can I ask if you're exactly where you want to be? Have you other goals? Well, I'm exactly where I wanted to be 1 year ago.
Very important distinction.
And of course, once you achieve goals, it is in human nature to have more. Although there's also nothing wrong with being satisfied for a short while and not planning the future as soon as you've accomplished something. So 1 year ago, well, actually it was a bit before then, I decided that this is what I wanted for myself. I don't talk tons about my personal life, but my fiance and I, we were staying in a room in a friend's house for several years, and I literally made $0 in income for years. And it was very stressful and complicated, and I just wanted something different for myself and my family. So now I decided that this kind of end result was what I wanted. I wanted my family to have our own home and to be in a circumstance where we're in control of our lives, and that I am able to support my family, which consists of my fiance and 2 cats. And here we are, 2-bedroom apartment in a whole new place, starting fresh, with the ability to fulfill our needs thanks to my career as a psychic reader. So also, thank you. It's all because of you guys. I'm so happy to be able to help all of you, and it is very important for you to know that your support, whether it's just supporting my free content or actually getting readings with me, it's really doing something. You're not just handing me money, you're handing
Handing us a future.
handing us, my family, a future, and the ability for us to sustain our living, being able to live independently in security and in a contentment. So yes. So yes, and of course I do have new goals for the future, but I am exactly where I wanted to be 1 year ago. All right, Judy. Well, good for you. I would say just focus on that end state or feeling that you want at the end of it. So yes, let's see if the cards have anything else they'd like to say. This video will be available for replay, as always, for anyone who wants to go over the reading again or any other part of the report. Okay, carefully balancing all the cards that just fell out. So it'll just be a minute. They're like strewn across my arm. I'm trying not to drop it. There we go. You are so welcome. It is truly my pleasure to be an instrument of guidance. So we have 5 more cards. Yay. No one seems to mind the slightly longer reading, so that is good. I believe there are 2 thoughts here. So the first thought is 3 cards and the second is 2. Thank you. all on the watch party and like it live. Well, not everyone makes it to the live video, that's all. Or they come in part way and they want to watch what they missed. Alright, so spiritual union. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new friends, new lovers, kindred souls, family members, business associates, or partners. It could even relate to a project or specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people in your life, are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should always be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships are mere images of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. Whew. Truth. The qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness. At times, it takes a wake-up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be a top priority. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in a certain area of your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. Thank you. Suffering in silence. Are they okay? Yeah, I was going to ask you to get up because I've been hearing them for the last 5 minutes.
Well, it's a Resh squeaking, so I didn't feel like they were in too much trouble. So
Suffering in silence. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limiting negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and sense of... It's too hard to do this one handed. Sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. When your fears aren't confronted, your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you. But you must take the first step toward healing and let go of the mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for the help that's available. Oh.
she's just a cute little puppy stuff.
So, these 3 are talking about some interesting things.
I bet you heard the reading for the day. It was taking care of the baby.
Yeah.
He's being most baby. Most baby.
Most of all, what these 3 point to is a need for introspection and looking honestly at oneself and one's circumstances and the relationship between you and what's going on around you. Now the last 2 cards. Victory and success. Good news is on the way. The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory, and success that often follow a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how you triumphantly came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point in your life where you've become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded, remember where you came from, and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. This is followed by obstacles and challenges. So remember your victories to help you persist through times ahead. This card represents the obstacles, power struggles, and challenges you must face in order to overcome them. This could be a difficult period to get through, but it's not impossible if you open your mind and see the bigger picture of how something went wrong. Don't get caught up in it, just pause and stand back for clarity. Observe where adjustments are required or which decisions may need to be changed to enable you to move forward in a positive direction. Life is really all about learning. Don't play the victim. Take the knowledge you've gained from this experience so you can apply it to similar situations in the future. This card often comes forth when competition is around you or whether it's in your personal or business life. This is an excellent time to think creatively and ask yourself, how can I make myself shine above all the rest? So these two, I feel, it's reminding you to observe your victories as well as your challenges, whether you overcame them or not, because recalling your victories will give you the strength to persist in the year ahead, as well as taking lessons from your obstacles and failures will do likewise. There's something good to be taken from most things. That concludes the card reading of the day, and we will be moving into our other reading for the day in a moment. Do you want to go to cat cam for a moment?
Sure.
You do have a kitty on your desk. Oh, there she is. Just a little break between segments. We have Cat Cam. This is Katniss, our little wind sprite. Favorite things to speak to all the nature spirits and cartoons.
She watches cartoons.
She loves singing a lot.
We don't like being on camera. I don't think she's noticed that she's got the phone in her face.
No, I don't think she recognizes that as a camera. So this is a rare opportunity to observe the other cat.
She's just listening to Mama. Wanted my attention this morning when I was doing paper. Oh, it's so cute. We're on the desk now. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hashtag more cats.
Hashtag more cats. Due to popular demand. Oh. Oh, there she goes. All right, honey bun. Hi. You know, she's just off screen enough. And she is all wrapped around the microphone, so. Hi, honey. So our reading of the day is coming up next. I just thought that we would like to see cats for a moment. Especially this one, since it is rather more rare than seeing a Rushka doll. Hi, sweetie. She also likes crystals and statues, so she loves up on everything. Hey, sweetie. Okay. Bye then. Aww.
Hi, honey.
She moved my camera. Okay. So now it is time for the reading of the day, which comes from The Powers Within You by Louise Hay. That was a treat. All right, so we were reading from the chapter called The Totality of Possibilities, and we will be continuing that chapter. So I'm going to read a few sections as some food for thought for us for our day. Expanding our horizons. How do we keep ourselves from moving into this totality of possibilities? What else limits us? All our fears are limitations. If you are frightened and say, I can't, it won't work, what will happen? Fearful experiences will come back. Judgments are limitations. None of us like to be judged, yet how often do we do it? We're encouraging limitations by our judgments. Every time you find yourself judging or criticizing, no matter how small, remind yourself that what goes out comes back.
Okay.
You may want to stop limiting your possibilities and change your thinking to something wonderful. There's a difference between being judgmental and having an opinion. Many of you are asked for your judgment of something. In actuality, you are really giving your opinion. An opinion is how you feel about something, such as, I prefer not to do this. I prefer to wear red instead of blue. To say someone else is wrong because she wears blue becomes a judgment. We need to discern between the two. Remember, criticism is always making yourself or someone else wrong. If someone asks your opinion, your preference, don't let it become a judgment or criticism against something else. Similarly, every time you indulge in guilt, you are setting a limitation. If you hurt someone, say you're sorry and don't hurt the person. If you hurt someone, say you're sorry and don't hurt them anymore. Don't walk around feeling guilty because it keeps you locked out from experiencing your good and has nothing to do with the reality of your true being. And it also doesn't solve the issue. When you are unwilling to forgive, you limit your growth. Forgiveness allows you to right a wrong in your spiritual self, to have understanding instead of resentment, to have compassion instead of hatred. Forgiveness is a difficult thing, but it's important to remember that it is a gift for yourself, not the other person. Look at your problems as opportunities for you to grow. When you have problems, do you see only the restrictions of your limited mind thinking? Do you think, oh, poor me, why did it happen to me? You don't always have to know how situations are going to work out. You need to trust the power and presence within, which is far greater than you are. You need to affirm that all is well and everything is working out for your highest good. If you open yourself to the possibilities when you have problems, you can make changes. Changes can happen in incredible ways, perhaps ways you could not even imagine. We've all been in situations in our lives where we've said, I don't know how I'll work this out. It seemed like we were up against a brick wall, and yet we are all here now, and we've worked through whatever it was. Maybe we didn't understand how it happened, yet it did happen. The more we can align ourselves with the cosmic energy, the one intelligence, the truth and power within us, the quicker those wonderful possibilities can be realized. Just kind of skimming ahead. The totality of possibilities connects everything, including our universe and beyond. What are you connecting with? Prejudice is a form of fear. If you're prejudiced, you are connecting with other prejudiced people. If you open your consciousness and do the best you can to work on a level of unconditional love, then you connect with the curve on the graph that is climbing upwards. Do you want to be left behind, or do you want to go up with the curve? Often there is a crisis in the world. How many people send positive energy to the troubled area and do affirmations that everything works out as quickly as possible and that there's a solution for the highest good of all concerned? You need to use your consciousness in a way that will create harmony and plenty for all people. What sort of energy are you sending? Instead of condemning and complaining, you can connect with the power on the spiritual level and affirm the most positive results imaginable. How far are you willing to expand the horizons of your thinking? Are you willing to go beyond your neighbors? If your neighbors are limited, make new friends. How far will you stretch? How willing are you to change? I can't to I can. Every time you hear that something is incurable, know in your mind that it isn't true. Know that there is a power greater. Incurable to me means that the medical profession simply hasn't figured out how to cure that particular illness. It doesn't mean that it's not possible. It means we have to go within and find a cure. We can go beyond statistics. We are not numbers on a chart. Those are someone else's projections, somebody's limited mind thinking. If we don't give ourselves possibilities, we don't give ourselves hope. Dr. Donald M. Pachuta at the National AIDS Conference in Washington, D.C. said that we have never had an epidemic ever that was 100% fatal. Somewhere on this planet, someone has been healed of every single disease that we have been able to create. If we just accept doom and gloom, we are stuck. We need to take a positive approach so we can find some answers. We need to begin to use the power within us to heal ourselves. All right. I will continue reading from this chapter tomorrow. So if you'd like to hear more, join me tomorrow morning. Or you, of course, can acquire the book for yourself. So that concludes the reading for today.
I can't comfort myself. We'll grab her and put her in there.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a cat. Hey, honey.
I don't know what they're fighting about, but they're fighting.
Stay. No, you need to stay.
Because I don't have time on things though.
Oh. This one is Uresh Gagal. Oh. Hey, honey bun. So, cat game. Hey, baby.
Are we done with the reading for today?
We are.
Or is she gonna attack my desk?
We are getting extra cat today. No.
Can we see?
Yes. Do you want me to hold the camera? We have very sensitive cats, so this one, the black one, just wants attention and has been kind of being mean to the little one, which is why my fiance is holding her right now, poor thing. So they do have moody days.
They're being moody today.
It is a 2-day, so
Oh, yes.
it is a day of being very needy of nurturing and connection with others, and for some of us that means being moody.
Being
Wanna-
small babies. No, she's gonna stare out the window like a goth child. She is a goth child.
Bring her over here. Katniss is very sensitive and can get her little feelings hurt easily when her sister cat is mean to her.
And she is a baby. She likes to be baby.
Alright, so we will be drawing the morning report to a close soon.
Now the obligatory announcement reel.
Alright, so if you enjoyed this Morning Metaphysical Report, I hope you will like, follow, or subscribe to my page or channel so that you can continue seeing this report each morning. If you like and follow me on my Facebook page, Lysander Clairvoyant, that link is on screen as well as in the description of the video. Then you will see my morning report as well as all the other content I create. I do have a YouTube under the name Lysander Xanthus and a Patreon, which I would like to talk to you guys about. We do. That's okay. If you go to patreon.com/freedomdreamcoaching and scroll down, you will find our, yes, there's a pinned post, which is our poll about the morning report. We would really like your feedback about segments you would like to see added or taken away from the morning report. There's also a comment section to leave more detailed feedback. You do have to have a Patreon account to take the poll, but it's free to have a Patreon account, like most other websites. Content like this is possible due to support from viewers like yourself. If you'd like to support the morning report and our other free content, you can send a one-time contribution to the PayPal link in the description of this video, or, and better, would be to join us at a membership level on our Patreon page. On our Patreon, you can read about us, the goals we're working towards, and our membership levels. The lowest membership level begins at $1 a month and goes up from there, and each level has different rewards that you'll receive in return for your support. So I hope that you will choose to join us. There is a lot of exciting stuff ahead. The report is only going to grow, and two of the segments that we really want to add is a Kitchen Witch morning cooking segment and a spiritual fitness, like physical wellness segment by another friend of ours. Alright, I think that's everything.
That's everything. Everybody's gone anyway.
Alright, well, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Be blessed. Oops, that was the wrong one.